Hi, welcome to Nation News Live. This is Arjun Karimia, here to do a segment called Crime Diaries. Today we'll be discussing a new story on the infamous D.B. Cooper, the mysterious disappearance of D.B. Cooper, one of the most famous unsolved cases in history. November 24th, 1971, the day before Thanksgiving, a day that would enter history as one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. A man identifying himself as Stan Cooper walked into Portland International Airport, Oregon, smartly dressed in a business suit, carrying only a briefcase and a paper bag. He purchased a one-way ticket to Northwest Orient Airlines, Flight 305 to Seattle, a short 30-minute flight. But what unfolded next would leave the FBI baffled for decades. This is the story of D.B. Cooper, the hijacking. Flight 305 took off as scheduled at 2:50 p.m. with 36 passengers on board. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. Initially, she thought it was just another man trying to flirt with her, so she slipped the note into her pocket without reading it. But Cooper leaned in closer and whispered, "Miss, you better read that note. I have a bomb." Heart began racing. She opened the note and it read, "I have a bomb in my briefcase. I want you to sit next to me." Trying to stay calm, Florence sat beside him. Cooper quietly opened his briefcase to reveal a strange collection of wires, red cylinder and a battery. Enough to convince anyone it was a bomb. He dictated his demands: $2,000 in cash, worth over $1.4 million today, 4 parachutes, a fuel truck ready in Seattle for a getaway. The crew relayed the message to air traffic control. The FBI and local authorities immediately got to work. The delivery. As the plane circled Seattle for nearly 2 hours, buying time, authorities met all of Cooper's demands. At 5:39 p.m., the plane finally landed. The passengers were released unharmed. Cooper's calm, polite behavior during the hijacking shocked everyone. He even paid for his in-flight drink, a bourbon and soda. With the ransom money and parachute now on board, Cooper ordered the remaining crew to fly towards Mexico City, but with specific, unusual instructions. Fly below 10,000 feet, keep the speed under 200 knots, leave the landing gear down, and flaps set at 50 degrees. Clearly, he had knowledge of aircraft. The jump. At around 8 p.m., somewhere over the dense forest of southwestern Washington, with rain pouring and heavy winds shaking the aircraft, Cooper opened the rear air stair door with his briefcase left behind, the money strapped to his body and 2 parachutes in his hand. He disappeared into the night sky. The crew landed safely in Reno, Nevada, but D.B. Cooper was gone. The search. What followed was one of the largest manhunt in US history. Over 1,000 suspects were questioned for weeks. The FBI agents scoured the thick forest of Washington and Oregon, searching for any traces of Cooper or his remains. Nothing, no parachute, no body, no money. The FBI called it NORJAC, Northwest hijacking. For years, the cases stayed open. Leads came and went. Cooper became a cultural icon. Some believed he died in the jump, others claimed he survived, living quietly under a new identity. Then, almost a decade later, a clue surfaced: the breakthrough. In 1980, a young boy named Brian Ingram found something strange along the Columbia River. Several decaying bundles of $20 bills. In total, $5,800, matching the serial number from the ransom money given to Cooper. But no further evidences was discovered. Theories and mysteries. To this day, who was D.B. Cooper? Was he an ex-military paratrooper, a disgruntled airline employee, or simply an ordinary man who pulled off the most daring skyjacking in American history? Over the decades, dozens of suspects emerged. Books were written, documentaries filmed, theories spun, but none confirmed. In 2016, after 45 years, the FBI officially closed the case. D.B. Cooper vanished into legend. Conclusion. His crime was daring, his escape was flawless, and his fate remains a mystery. Even today, nearly 50 years later, every time an old bill surfaces or a parachute is found in the woods, speculation reignites. D.B. Cooper's story remains unsolved, a man who jumped into a storm, into the unknown, and into the history. And perhaps, somewhere out there, the real D.B. Cooper is still watching, smiling at the greatest unsolved mystery of our time. So thank you. This is Arjun Karmia signing off. So if you like the video, please do like, comment, and share the video with your loved ones, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.
നാഷൻ ന്യൂസ് ലൈവ്, സത്യം, ചരിത്രം, വർത്തമാനം.